the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. We had a good run, don't say we didn't. I was your first love, and you were my first one. Cheers to all the memories, the venom and the remedies, yeah. Promise I won't forget, yeah. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here tonight before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does. We gave it up, we had it time to say bye, baby, bye. I'll be, you'll be, yeah, we'll be fine. So let's call it a night, and that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here right now before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does.
Hey, hello, I'm Julie Joe. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. If you're not new here, welcome back. I have a few things to do because I'm running behind. Also, shout out to the members. We did a members only live before this to figure out this bingo card situation deal. I've got to turn my light on. It's actually going to turn on. Turn on. Come on. Oh. Well, let's change that color. I don't want that color. Nor. There we are. All right. I feel like I'm a little tilted. Whatever. You won't see too much of my face this whole time. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm finally catching you live. It's 2 a.m. in South Africa. Oh, well, I'm so glad that you're here and you're able to make it. Thank you for being here. That is awesome. And I also hope you get some rest. Hopefully you can hear me pretty well. Let me know. We're sitting today. We are sitting today. My back's okay right now. My physical therapist is like, you should stand. And I'm like, I can't stand all day every day. Stop thick. But I get it. Yes, I stand as much as I possibly can. And I don't want to stand right now because I don't have a standing desk either yet. I need to eventually look into getting one of those. But like, they're kind of expensive, you know. I talked to my doctor today. I'm getting an MRI. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I do kind of want to... hold on. What did I title my recent video? Annoying Bossbabe bingo. All right, let's Let's do that. I also haven't made a thumbnail yet, and I kind of want to do that right now. Good evening. Hello, 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 hello. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. So I'm going to just create a really quick thumbnail while we're on here. I didn't want to leave y'all hanging too long, though. I did do a members only live where we talked a little bit about the bingo card. Oh, why did I press? That's weird. And we updated it. I specifically went in and edited some of it to match this person. If you have recently seen my video, my most recent one, that's who we're covering. I'm so excited because she is wild, if you catch my drift. Okay. How's y'all's week going? It's Thursday night in the US of blah. So hopefully y'all are doing okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted. YouTube thumbnail? Well, right, but like I wanted to create a new one. Okay, Canva's being weird. Canva, stop being weird. There we go. Okay. Let's see. I was about to fall asleep, but YouTube's notification was so loud. Now I'm excited too excited to sleep. Oh, big hugs with your back. I've had neck back issues for over a decade. It's really not fun. I would not recommend. I was mid watching Final Destination Bloodlines, but paused it at this notification. Final Destination always freaked me out. Oi. Okay. Sorry to just get this set up really quick. Thank y'all for hanging out. For just a moment while we get this situated. I will say the video we're watching tonight is pretty sick. Like, and by that I simply mean it's going to be, I think, fun compared to some other ones we've seen that suck. Oh my god, this lady and her AI is sickening. Not in a good way. Her and her AI is disgusting. God damn, could you imagine having to just not. And like I don't want to hate on AI too much, but like, damn girl. Could you get any ewer? Like it has to be AI? You know? Whatever. Let's see. If I make it, there we go. Whatever. All right. Upload files, desktop. Right. Did y'all watch my last video? Kelsey Lane Little, I think is her name. Ew. Sorry. The one that was like weird as fuck. All right, Kelsey. Some of these new bingo things I did with my members right before I got in here hits the nail on the fucking head. Like, hell yeah. It's good for this one. Let's see. I think. All right. I feel bad doing this on live, so we'll start the video and then go from there. Okie dokie. All right. Sorry about that. Thanks for being here. Let's go ahead and jump on in. We aren't hating on AI enough, period. Am I late? No, we haven't even started. Somebody asked a question on a Facebook post and turned off the comments. I guess they didn't like their answers they were getting. Just getting here. Good evening. You guys can be the soundtrack to my dreams tonight. Soundtrack of my summer. Oh, God. The 2010s, 20 teens, you know, that music went hard as hell. All right. So we're going to watch. Let me show you her face so that you can recognize. Period. We got her. Hold on. You see her? This is the girl from my most recent live. And here is our bingo card. I must say I'm pretty proud. I want to shout out to my members. We did a members only live before this, like I said, and it went really hard. Also want to shout out to me. Look, humble brag. It wasn't humble. I can mark that off on my own bingo card. I think that this is going to be really fun. I think this fits her pretty well. I'm hoping we can get more than one bingo. I'm hoping we just get a single bingo, but I'm hoping we can get more than one. Yes, JJ Live. I had my first day at work, my new job, so this is perfect to chill. Oh, DJ Crochet, how did it go? Did it go well? Hopefully it went well. I know it's probably overwhelming. Finally caught a live. Welcome, Spider Fingers. Oh my gosh, you remember? Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Thanks for hopping on Catching a Live. Yes, the Final Destination movies taught us to not drive behind log trucks. Oh my god. I relive that all the time in my head. Especially living in Minnesota for some reason. I don't know. I feel like I see a lot more log trucks up here. I don't know why. More than in Texas. Well, duh, you know? Okay, so let's start looking into this bingo card, shall we? Top left to the right. First row. Say, y'all can't hear Finn, but Finn is nesting in my big old king size bed like it's her own. Period, Finn. Scratching the shit out of my sheets, trying to move around all the bedding so that it fits her perfect little nest. Yeah, Finn? Is it good? Period. She's like, yeah, bitch, I am doing that. And what? She's going so hard. Okay, anyway. Says they own their own business. Shits on previous company / people. Says pour into. Annoyingly excitable energy, which fits Kelsey Lane Little quite a bit. Uses phrase all of the things. Now we're on to the second row. Follow up with people. Plays victim. Talking about reaching out to people more than once. Quote, you are here for a reason, unquote. Trauma dumping. Next column. Or row, sorry. Share your why story. Humble brag. Free space. Says does something weird. Need to do personal development. Next row. Talks about spending money / investing in their business. Says you only fail if you quit. Have a good mindset. Shares their book / system or another MLMers. Income claims. Last row. Time freedom. Origin story. Says to be consistent. Ignore the haters. And you need to go live / post. All right. How are we feeling? I think for her, because I kind of tailored it to the if you watch my most recent video that I posted, she's it. So I kind of tailored it to her a bit. She kind of looks like a blonde Morgan, or at least in this shot, she does. Blonde Morgan. Who's Morgan? Am I missing something? I physically cringe every time I hear someone say pour into. And you know what? I think that's a good reaction. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. This is an hour and 20-minute live. All right, so buckle up. Hey, Har. Morgan of Porgan. True.
Hello. It has been a hot minute since I've been live.
And you know what? Period. It's been 10 seconds. And she's already hit 2 of them. Says / does something weird and annoyingly excitable energy. Now, can I just say I'm very proud of us as a whole, because we are already in the first 10 seconds got 2 squares gone. 2 squares in the first 10 seconds. Period. Does something weird happen? I'm sorry. Let's restart it.
Hello. It has been a hot minute since I've been live.
Does that answer your question? And there we go. Now we can. How about happy insert day of the week? Oh, I probably won't be here the whole time. Oh, kitty chat. That's okay. I understand. Now, period. Like, Thank you. Look at us. This is so good.
I don't know how that video that I did last night on the Go Brain, go Brain, go Brain isn't viral yet, but
Can we? Maybe I should have made 2 squares. Maybe I should have made 4 squares with those 2 in it. Like they each get their own other square, and then we would have 4 plus free space crossouts. Oh no, she's not done. No, she wasn't done. Oh, no, she wasn't done.
I know it's gonna get there. It's gonna pop off. That was so. I literally watched that. I sat there and watched myself for a solid 10 minutes, just watching that over and over and over. And I thought it was absolutely hilarious. And that was totally off the cuff too. Like I just made that up on the spot. But anyway, so I don't know why I felt like titling this Monday Masterminding, because I haven't done a live in forever. And, well, I did do one with Kendra, I think a week, two weeks ago or something, about what we were doing in the Foundry, but I haven't done like my per usual, like go live, you know, build your audience, blah, blah. And because I'm not here to build my audience, I'm here just to connect and catch up and do a little bit of, tell you about my mastermind that I'm doing, and also ask you guys for some feedback and perspective and some ideas. So we're gonna mastermind together, but I don't really know why I called this Monday Masterminding, except for maybe that's what we're gonna be doing. And I don't know if it'll continue and be an everyday Monday thing, but maybe it will. Maybe that's why I felt called to call it Monday Masterminding. Maybe I'll start going live again on Mondays and we'll mastermind. I don't know. But anyways, okay, I have a lot to say though. There's going to be some controversial stuff in here probably, but you know what I want to do is I want to like really get rid of the noise, the opinions, the, what's it called? Like the narratives from people that have no clue what they're even talking about or doing. And really just allow you guys to see my journey, my progression, and why I've made certain decisions, because I got a really good piece of advice from someone on my team back last summer, and she was like, you know, I love following you, I love learning from you, I love watching you, and I get really excited when you get really excited about stuff. She said, but then I don't really understand like why you're doing it, why you're making shifts, why you're changing things, why you're doing this, and then you're doing this. It's just like, I want to know more of the psychology behind why you're doing what you're doing. And that was a light bulb moment for me to say, oh my goodness. Like I'm sitting here and by the way, guys, as I'm speaking, take notes, because this is actually how you can lead and train your team. Okay. I'm not just on here talking about my story. Like I'm literally walking you through my process, so that way you understand why.
You can't see me? Sorry, I was she just said go live, right? Sorry, I was doing the thumbnail and y'all, it's so fucking good. Y'all can't see me? Are you for real for real? Cuz I can mirror my thing. The fake laugh, humble brag. Okay, we got a humble brag. We got to go live. JJ, can you move the video so we can see you, please? Why does this happen to me? Cuz look, let me show y'all. Let me show y'all what it looks like to me. Look, this is what it looks. Oh, well, you can't fucking see me, can you? Look, this is what it looks like to me. Oh, shit. Hold on. Come on. You see how, like, you could see me? You know what I mean, dog? Whatever. My money is on the whole card. Every square. LOL. Also, yay, I caught a live. Mom's getting coffee. Thank you so much for Team No Sleep. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for this sweet super chat. I really appreciate super chats. That is so kind of you. She's right over your face, friend. See, but she's not on my end, so I don't even know. So I have no idea. I think it's a mirror issue. Let me see if I can mirror myself. Edit. Okay. You are opposite for us. You're on the left side of the box. Okay. Is that better? Okay. Yes, Hannah. What if I did, okay, what if I did this number? Give me a second. Is that better? Can you see me now? I moved her over instead of me. Like this. We're happy. Perfect. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for telling me, because it shows me as like, now I can't see myself, which is fine. It's not a big deal. But it shows me like it's opposite for me. So thank you so much. We do have a couple of boxes to check off. I heard as I was making the thumbnail, which by the way is about to go so hard. Seriously, I'm so excited. It was so funny. I heard that you need to go live. I also heard that we have a humble brag, and I think I did hear that in there and thought for a second about it. Could someone go ahead and let me know if that's correct? Those two. And if it's not two of them, then at least let me know which one is correct. All right, let's continue. Thank y'all for letting me know.
Make decisions as somebody who has a crazy successful business, made $600,000 in 16 months, like
humble brag
walked
for
across
sure.
stage #1 in another business, like boom, 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 right? So this is, if you actually pay attention, this is really good information for you to know, because then you can start to embody and lead from this place as well. Because one thing that I noticed and have went through several times, because I feel like I never learn. Kelsey. I never learn, is that sometimes strategy is actually not the answer. Strategy is not the answer. The right way, the perfect way, strategy, what somebody's telling you is not the right answer. And you embodying and being in that energy actually is. And so I want to talk about
we have an income claim. Let's listen to that back.
That sometimes strategy is actually not the answer.
This is another Kelsey. It's Kelsey Lane Little instead of Kelsey Ray. Kelsey Lane.
For one, in another business, like boom, 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 right? So this is, if you actually.
Oh yeah, she did do an income claim, didn't she? The 600,000. Oh, that's wild, y'all. This is. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes marked off, plus the free space, which means we have 6 boxes marked off. That is unbelievably wild. I think we did pretty good with this bingo card. Maybe we'll get a blackout this time, because we're literally 3 minutes 23 seconds into an hour and 21-minute live.
Actually pay attention. This is really good information for you to know, because then you can start to embody and lead from this place as well. Because one thing that I noticed and have went through several times, because I feel like I never learn. Kelsey. I never learn, is that sometimes strategy is actually not the answer. Strategy is not the answer. The right way, the perfect way, strategy, what somebody's telling you is not the right answer. And you embodying and being in that energy actually is. And so I want to talk about that. I want to talk about the reasons why I've shifted away from, the whole idea of the network marketing blueprint. And also my whole thought process and perspective shifting from selling a low-priced item to a high-priced item, and why it matters, and why in marketing it's so important to set yourself apart through specific things that you're saying, and how some people are going to get triggered by that and project narratives onto you. But yet they're teaching like, find your ideal client. But yet when you try to find your ideal client and it doesn't align with their ideal client, now all of a sudden you're disparaging and tearing people down and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, no, you don't get to take away my story, my perspective, my actual lived experience. And in fact, toot here, but I've done a lot of big things, and I know what it feels like. I know what a lot of things feel like that most people don't know in network.
Right. Humble brag. Now it's not even humble. That's ridiculous.
Marketing. I've been #1 in a company, and I know what it feels like.
Oh, Clocka. Thank you. Clocka said, I worked with Kelsey at Lime Life. She always acted like a marketing genius because her husband worked in marketing. That's like someone saying like, "Oh, I know." That's like someone saying like they know everything about the human body because their partner's a doctor. Fucking weird.
To be in a place where you feel like something's wrong, something's off, even as number one. So that's what I want to talk about tonight or today, and share with you what I'm doing today in a big mastermind. I have to do a presentation actually, so it's a little intimidating for sure, but I want to get your guys' perspective on a few things so that I can, you know, maybe you guys can help me with this mastermind. So let's start from the beginning, okay? Let's start the whole low ticket, high ticket. Now, you have to understand where I've come from, all right? You have to understand where I've come from. And I don't mean I came from low ticket, so I should remember where I came from.
Oh.
That's like saying that, or remember that you were born in poverty, so you can't go out and do anything bigger. Like, you understand how disempowering that actually is to say that to somebody? Like,
That's actually not like saying that though. To like remember where you came from. That's not saying like you can't go anywhere. That's saying just like be humble, you know?
don't forget where you came from. Like that like literally is the box that people try to put you in. Like, you're not allowed to have a different opinion because you had success with this. You see how wild that is? How limiting, how disempowering to a woman. So you can look.
Y'all, this thumbnail is so ridiculous. I need y'all to go look at my thumbnail. I'm so ridiculous.
Of an industry. I love network marketing, but I also have problems with network marketing because as a top leader in the space, I see behind the scenes.
Limiting belief. We've got the belief. Oh, did I take belief off? I might have taken it off. Sorry. No, not the mugshot. Because she's so... I can't. I don't care. I'm leaving it. I think I took belief off. Bad me. I think. Yeah, I did.
I see everything. I see the facade that people put on who are making this public display but then crying about their paychecks. Like, I've seen it all. And so I have a perspective from someone who's been at the top, been in the conversations, been behind the scenes, and loves the industry, but also is okay, not afraid to admit that there's things wrong with it. And this is what I want to change. This is what I want to switch away from. And I also want to be a voice for people who are stuck in that, who don't see it because they don't have the perspective that I have. I can be a voice and say, hey, you're not wrong for feeling this way. You're not wrong for thinking this. You're not wrong for wanting to do things different. It's okay that you love network marketing, but you have a problem with some of the things in network marketing. It's okay that you love makeup, but you have a problem with the way that the corporate compensation plan is structured. It's okay. You don't have to agree with everything. You don't have to be a yes man to everything. And that's what a lot of the top of network marketing companies are, is a bunch of yes men. That's what they do. They just keep everybody in line.
So you were a bunch of yes man. It's a big mugshot. Okay, but I also fixed the mugshot just now, and I put on top of it said straight to Bossbabe jail, because that's where I don't want people to actually think she's, you know, because didn't it look so good? Like, it looked so real. It was so dumb.
Put out the fires. And it's like, what if the fire is a woman who is feeling devalued, unworthy, unappreciated, who has poured so much time and energy into something, and she's not being heard? Now what? We're just gonna go parrot?
Don't forget to like the stream, please. Thank you so much.
What the company said and say, well, it's this way for a reason. It's just so...
We got to pour it into? Did we get to pour into?
Keep everybody in line.
We did.
Put out the fires. And it's like, what if the fire is a woman who is feeling devalued, unworthy, unappreciated, who has poured so much time and energy into something, and she's not being heard? Now what? We're just gonna go parrot what the company said and say, well, it's this way for a reason. It's just so disempowering. And it's so disconnected from the truth. And that's what I don't like, is people preaching truth and leadership, but they're so far disconnected from it that they really shouldn't even be speaking. So anyways.
Yeah, that's true. We do have shitting on previous MLM/boss babes or MLM/people. Yeah, I did hear that. Thank you for catching that.
And I could go on and on about this.
I'm done with the thumbnail, so I'm paying more attention.
But one of the things I wanted to ask you guys, actually, before I get into the storyline and the perspective and what led me to the place where I'm at now, is like, how far is too far? How far is divulging too much? How far is, like, you triggered people too hard? You said something too risky, too bold, too out there, too, like, you called them out too much. Like, what's the line? What's the, like, black, white? Where do we go?
Y'all, tell me what you're thinking. The origin story is coming. Absolutely. Tell me what you're thinking about playing victim, because I feel like she might be dabbling in that.
Like, where are we at? Because you have to be able to create tension in your marketing if you want to have success. And this is what people who play it safe don't know how to teach, because they're stuck in playing it safe. You have to create tension to be able to find your right people. You want to know how I created $600,000 in 16 months, so much success, grew fast, all this? It wasn't because I had a big following. It was because I literally felt like I was going through spiritual warfare for the first several months that I was here, and I was combating every single piece of mud that was being slung at me. That's why I had success. And so then I got to a place where I'm like, well, I made a bunch of money, closed on a 104-acre farm, invested a much crap ton into crypto. Like,
good luck with that.
I'm good. Like, what do I need to combat anything else for? Like, what are you going to say now? All the voices got real quiet. Everybody stopped saying stuff because they were seeing me be so successful. That what are they going to say? Oh, I'm manipulating.
She is talking about her system, isn't she? Definitely plays the victim from the enemy. Trauma dumping? Oh my God. I do. Okay, so I do think we have some trauma. I know that we have her sharing. You know what? Give it. Let's let her cook. But when you want to solidify it, let's solidify
people,
it.
that was said. I'm out of integrity, that was said. But yet they're over here crying about their paychecks, and I'm over here in my team, and we're winning. So it's like that realization that you're not going to be for everybody. You need to stop being liked, wanting to be liked by everybody, even if it's by people who you previously respected. You're going to have to cut relationships off. You're going to have to move on from people and on from circles, because circles will keep you stuck. You got to move on. You got to move over, and you got to tell people why, I believe. But in my mind too, I'm like, okay, how far is too far? Like,
Okay. Ignore the haters. Yeah. So we have some stuff to mark off. I definitely think that's a way to say ignore the haters, essentially, to cut people off, all of that. I want to say she's maybe playing victim in this situation. Do we want to give her trauma dumping it, or do we want to see if she says more? Is she sharing her why? Hey, Daft Optimist, you're going to have to cut relationships off because this is cultish. Right. Definitely playing victim. You say, wait. Not the spiritual warfare. We don't think it's trauma dumping yet. Okay. So we'll mark playing victim and also ignoring the haters. That's definitely a big one. Also, listen, I think she's sharing like her knowledge from her own system that she made. So let's try to catch that, because I think this all is from her own systems and stuff that she's made, which is in the bingo card. It's on the bingo card. Yo, look at that. That is, look, it's almost an S for scam.
Like, if I want people to come in who are in network marketing, who love network marketing, right? And maybe they're top leaders in a network marketing company, but they're feeling that tension that I felt. And so they want to do something different, which I have an offer for. And not just in a different business model and company, how I coach and lead too. That's the other piece. This isn't just about which company is better. It's how I'm able to lead through a business model because of the way that it's structured and my leadership in particular. Like, I want people to experience the things I've got to experience. And I'll talk about that in just a second. But by me talking about this, like, let's say there's this little circle over here, right? There's this little tiny circle of people who have these opinions when they've never even done high ticket before. They've never even done anything. Like, they don't even invest in themselves. Like, they're just over here just chirping, right? With opinions that really don't hold any weight at all.
No, I don't know.
Because they've not actually lived through it. Their voice matters, but it matters in leadership when you've actually lived through it to be able to lead somebody else. If you've not done the thing that you're telling people not to do and lived through that experience to even understand what it looks like, why are you talking? Why are you talking? There's literally nothing to say because you haven't lived through it.
I know, like, girl, can you do your other eyeshadow? Does she sell water filters? I don't know. She does. I think maybe, but I think she does several things.
And that's the difference between people who preach leadership and people who actually live it and walk it and embody it. And that was a huge eye-opener for me, actually. That was a huge eye-opener for me. Not just in my own personal self, but in witnessing what people who claim to be leaders are in the online space.
Right. Hannah said, if I've never done meth, I can't say it's bad. Right. It's like, well, we don't have to do drugs to say that they're not good for you.
And then people in the creative world who I actually seen leading, who I actually seen being embodied. And so I want to talk about that. I want to talk about how, like, my perspective of all of this, because it comes because I got out of my box. Okay? So let me say this. During my experience in, selling makeup and skincare, all those things, the company I was in, I got terminated a few days ago. So that's why these voices started chirping up again, right? Because I don't even know.
I guess from Lime Life, she got terminated, which is interesting.
I don't know why they're so worried about, like, 3 people. I don't know why they're so worried about what we're doing. It's like 3 people, me and 2 people on my team here got terminated from our previous company. Even though...
Because you were doing something wrong, dork. Because you're doing something against the paper that, what you signed to be part of the company. You're going against the policies and procedures. Maybe read it.
Everybody over here never left that company. Still uses the products religiously. It still says the products are amazing. Like,
they want to take your income away because you're doing something that's going against what they're doing, what they want you to do.
You want good products? Go here.
Yeah, are we hitting origin story? Do we agree?
Use this. Like, none of us left. But for whatever reason, they terminated us. And so...
I'm thinking of creating new, like, our little gift stickers or whatever that I have. I'm thinking of doing, like, a Terminator one as, like, a joke for when they're terminated. The YouTube stickers or whatever. I think I need to do more of those. Those would be fun.
Under the guise of income claims, which I haven't talked about my income that I've made from them for over 2 years. Like, probably over 4. I haven't actually even...
You literally just did twice. Fucking weirdo. Come on. You just did it twice.
Proactively recruited for that company in 4 years. I stopped recruiting for them before I even found what I'm in now. For 2 years.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They didn't want you on there anymore. Get with it. They didn't want you anymore. Get with it.
Part of why my paycheck went backwards is because I no longer had the belief around the business model.
Oh, belief?
It wasn't I just all of a sudden found this and I'm like, hey, you're ready, come over here. Like, I was dying inside. But nobody cared. because everybody was just so focused on them and their paycheck. Nobody cared. Nobody cared that I put $8,000 of my own personal money into building out that company, an entire tech system that raised and increased profits and recruitment.
There's the trauma and there's the system. There's the trauma and there's the system. Are we in agreement? We have the trauma. We have shares their system. We're one away from a bingo. We're one away from two different bingos. Says they own their own business. Has she said that yet? And then you are here for a reason. All right, we are so close. Arguably that have a good mindset, because she was like, I was failing because I didn't believe. There's the trauma and the dump. Is she saying she's great because she didn't do anything and kept getting paid? I don't know. I guess. Trauma system. My cat won't let me game. She wants pets. I mean, then you gotta pet her. There's no other option. Dump is a glorious word. It really is, especially in these instances. She hasn't said the exact phrase, but she has said how she built this business. Investing in their business, money into their business can be marked off. I agree. She's just dropping them all tonight. All these fucking shits everywhere. Wait, what did we say? Spending money on their business. Yeah, because she put $8,000. She invested $8,000 in, is what she said. Let's see where we are. Love people. If she talks, has she talked about owning her own business yet? She's dropping what? We built the business. We built this business. We built this city. We built this city. The Trauminator.
And literally tried to get them to install this in a massive way into people's back offices, and it had proven to increase 33%.
In a massive way? That's so annoying. She's just adding words to sound like more interesting or more intelligent. Oh my God.
Sales of 4 other direct sales companies, they wouldn't even look at it. Wonder why? They wouldn't even do it. Like, but what I put together and gave out to everybody for free, no matter if they were on my team or not, 13,000 people, by the way, and I had like a couple hundred on my team. But people think that I was like this big, massive. I mean, I was the #1 recruiter, and I had recruited, I believe, how many was it? The highest my team ever got was 600 people. But I had several hundred. I mean, I recruited 90-something people in 1 month. I still hold that record, I'm pretty sure, for the most recruits in 1 month. So I had to, and people see
it is, Hannah. We have humble brag, which is marked off already.
Me as this, like, hey, Lauren, people see me as this, like, oh my goodness, she had this massive team, and then she came over here, and that's why she had to. I actually, compared to a lot of other leaders in that company, had one of the smallest teams. But the reason why it looked like I had a large team is because I was training the entire company for free. Now, did they ask me to do that? No. I wanted to do it.
Origin story, did she do that? Like, are we solidifying that she said her origin story? Or that she's saying it?
I won the
retreat,
the trip 2 years in a row. I was the first person in the entire company to win that trip 2 years in a row. And so I went into the corporate group and I said, hey, if anybody wants to come and learn how I'm actually having success, how I'm doing this, how I'm recruiting, how I'm selling, come and join this group. I'll teach you everything I know for free. No team names. Take your team name. We're breaking down the walls. No team names. You want to share a resource in this group? Let's share. Let's collaborate as leaders. The whole collaboration that company has is because I started it. When I first started that group, I had leaders tearing me down, saying, don't join her group. She doesn't know what she's talking about. And I started introducing these new concepts of how to prospect, how to reach out in an authentic way, how to grow your business by not just waiting on attraction marketing. And I had leaders tearing me down, saying, prospecting is spammy, don't follow her, don't listen to her. And I still just pile drived on. And I'm talking about like, not just any leader, like she ended up actually getting terminated too, soon after I created that group. But like the
Name drop.
number one paid leader in that company at that time was trying to belittle what I was doing and tearing me down. And
Who's got the tea? Somebody's got the tea in the chat. Mariah, are you gonna get it? I mean, I would also do that if she showed up. Period.
She didn't even know me. Like,
Are we
masterminding
it? You know what, David? That's a good question. The answer to that is no.
Had an exchange, a conversation. And so that's when the hate, that was the first moment when I put myself out there to help an entire company for free, and I had leaders tearing me down. I even had some come and apologize to me later and literally say, I said so many bad things about you and I'm so sorry and I just need to apologize. Probably to get it off their conscience, but it's like, well, yeah, it's okay. Like, thanks for apologizing. But it's like, dang, why did you have such horrible things to say about me? I'm like literally helping your team. I'm helping everybody make money and I'm not charging anybody. I'm doing.
Surprised she's not pitching a coaching course. That's what this sounds like. I mean, she is, like, she does have one and she is, but it's not like she's leading up to, if that makes sense.
For free. Like, I don't get it. What bad is there? Like, I didn't understand. And that was my first experience with this whole like cult-like environment of online spaces. And being like hate thrown at me.
She's so giving.
Aside from my personal stuff, where you guys remember like the couch people came and told me to show them my feed and like the weird stuff, right? The weird haters. People in my hometown made a topics thread about how I looked like I was on drugs and my big bug eyes, and like I had some of that too. But like inside of the place where I loved my culture, my community, my place, that was the first time I really seen that, the hatred and the division, right? Because I was like, collaborate, let's all jump in and help. So anyways, I
have no idea what she's talking about, to be honest, about the feet stuff.
Some leaders who wanted to do that. They wanted to help. They wanted to collaborate. They wanted to come in and partner and be a part of this mission and this movement of one team. And I had some people get upset because they wanted to share resources with their team name slapped all over it. And I actually told them, I said, no, if you want to post this in this group, you have to remove your team name. And they got so mad and they went and talked about me and whatever else. What do you have to say? I don't know. But they didn't like it because they wanted credit. They wanted to pedestal themselves. And that group in particular was not the place for that. That was a place where we tear down team walls, where we all come together, where we do this collectively as one team. One team. And so that was the mission of that group. And that group grew bigger than the corporate group. That was the biggest beauty guide-led group. That's what I was called. That was the biggest group led by someone in the field in the entire company. And still, even though it's been inactive for like
the last 20 minutes, she's literally just talked about how great she is. Jasmine, she's as smart as she's never been wrong. She knows all the right answers. What a goofy goober. Yeah.
4 years. Because
massive.
Again, I was out before I officially came into this business. I didn't just switch over randomly. Like I was out. I stopped recruiting. I stopped talking about that because I felt disconnected.
Well, then maybe that's why they like kicked you out. She's talking in circles. Yeah. You got a new shirt today. It says Goofy Goober. Oh, I love SpongeBob.
Like I can't bring people in here and have them make $20,000 months. I just can't. And my vision was so big that I didn't want to just cater to people who wanted a couple $100. I want big. I want vision. Like I want buy 104 acre farm type of vision. Like I want break financial bondage vision. People leave their 9-to-5s vision. Set yourself up for generations to come vision. Not a couple $100 extra to pay your groceries. And it even got to the point where my top paid executive was making $300 a month, and that wasn't even paying her groceries. So I was seeing that, and the reason this all happened is because the comp plan changes, multiple of them. Multiple of them.
That's true.
So when they started changing things and they started siphoning out money, and
I will say Lime Life did do that. They had some comp plan changes that really did fuck over their downline, the people working underneath them.
with a good intention, of trying to put it into the field, it ended up.
Mariah, you're asking too much of a scam in this economy girly pop. You're right. What I guess my question is, what'd she expect?
Emotional.
She expected to continue to make that $600,000 that she made in that year or whatever. That's probably what she wanted or expected. We've got time freedom on the board, not financial freedom. Never mind. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Disconnecting the leaders because they were
They
no
get
way they
income
got their
thing.
paychecks cut in half. And this is what I say when I see people crying about their paychecks, but then putting on this public facade as everything's amazing. That's what I'm talking about. And so I had multiple giant, because I was the #1 recruiter. There was 2 bonuses that they took away that was based around recruitment that cut my paycheck. It was either a third or 2/3. I can't remember which way it was, but it was a dramatic decrease. And listen, I get it. This is why I say, like, don't join ground floor stuff. Sorry, not sorry. Don't join new companies, even if they're.
Lime Life isn't new. Hold on. $2005. Launched in 2015. Lime Life by the peer-to-peer sale. So MLM was in 2015. When was Enagic Kangen Water founded? Okay, when was Kangen Water founded? Okay, when did they start coming changes into Magic and selling Kangen Water machines? In 1990, but it doesn't say. So I guess they've been MLM since 1990. Is that true? Because I feel like, I don't know. That's, hold on. I'm looking at their history. Okay. Okay, so it is enrolled as an official member of the Direct Selling Association in 2006. So it's a little bit older, but I wouldn't say Lime Life's new.
5-10 years because they have to change their comp plan. They set up their comp plan. I'm not talking about this company specifically. I'm talking about industry wide. Okay, get your panties out of a bunch. They make their comp plan look really juicy so that people will come in and build, and then they have to change it within 5 years. They have to, because they can't sustain it long term. So that's what happens with all these companies, is they change their comp plan. And this wasn't the only time. I joined another company, helped a CEO build out a launch plan, was, well, why don't I just go ahead and join and sell the products? Grew a big team, brought like over 100 people there.
You know what, Jasmine, that's a good point. Jasmine said, oh my God, shut up about how great a recruiter you are. Your team was like 200 people. I think that's a good point, because she's like, my whole team was 600. So wait, you're good at recruiting, but you're not good at teaching people to recruit. So why the hell would I listen to you? Like, why would I listen to you tell me how to recruit people? Why would I pay for your stuff to teach me things?
And then boom, rebranding, comp plan change. It's just one of those things. It's nothing bad. It's nothing bad. It's just a business decision, and that's okay. If I was in that position, I had to change the comp plan, I would have to change the comp plan, but I would have to also expect that people would be upset with that. People would not be okay with that, and people would want to leave, and I would let them. And I would say, I understand why you feel this way. And if you feel like there's a different place that can serve you better, absolutely, please go. Like, I support you. I support you in doing that because I get it. We changed the comp plan on you. We took away your money. We get it. But that's not how that these companies do. People leave and instead, so let me just, okay. That whole question of you guys, like, how far is too far? Like, I feel like the too far, I feel like it's not, nothing's too far. I'm answering my own question. Nothing's too far. I'm just going to go there. So, because people need to know this. People need to know what they're signing up for. People need to know what to expect. And if you want that, if you want it, go for it. There's nothing wrong with it. You want some extra money? It's an amazing place to start. If you want some extra money, you want to start networking, there is amazing people in network marketing companies, in all of them.
Kangan's network marketing company.
There's some shady ones and some fake ones, but there's also some amazing ones. I've made some of my best people, best relationships, best friendships in network marketing. That's what helped me as a stay-at-home mom not feel so lonely.
Okay, let's go over our bingo thing again. We need one that says that she owns their own business or talks about owning their own business or it's her own business, okay? To get a bingo. We have a phrase or a quote of "you are here for a reason." That type of phrasing will count too, but kind of like you're here for a reason type, whatever we want that to be. That will give us a bingo. Then we need uses phrase all of the things, need to do personal development, follow up with people, share her why story or share your why story, whether she shares it or she tells you to share it, says you only fail if you quit, talks about having a good mindset, says to be consistent, and talks about time freedom in some way. So keep those in mind.
Okay? But the problem with this is, with the whole don't forget where you came from, people in high ticket started in low ticket, blah, blah, blah. Okay, for one, I could have done what I done in any ticket.
Oh, period.
Don't diminish me. Don't diminish.
Jasmine, you're so right. She's so far into bitter. I don't know if she can get back to owning her own business. She's so bitter. Listen to her.
My power. Don't like literally you're taking my power. That's disempowerment. By acting like I had to do this first to get here. I didn't have to I could have sold anything.
Could you? Can you sell shit on the street? Dare you? I dare you.
I could have done anything.
Really?
That's who I am. And I know that. So I don't need you trying to blow out this narrative that like we need to remember where we came from. I built the company. Not the other way around. The company was literally products and a comp. I went in and I built it. And I could have done that anywhere. So you're not going to take that power away from me and diminish who I am because you want to save. You want to.
Girl, Limelife fired you. Like, I mean, DJ's like, but they fired your ass. Yeah, I mean, they fired you. You were terminated.
Protect something that's broken. That's your own thing, not mine. So, anyways, little thing about that. I've been wanting to get that out for like days. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, she's talking about the I am Bill Buttlicker. Oh my god. Sorry. She's talking about the top income earner of Limelife.
Wild things out here, right? Wild things. And I'm like, how do I say this in a way to where that I get to speak my voice, I get to use my power, I get to be a voice for other women, but other people who are top leaders in network marketing don't feel like I'm attacking them. That's the place that I'm in, where I'm trying to like,
hey Jennifer,
play it safe. But playing it safe isn't going to do anything. All right. Except keep me in internal turmoil with not using my voice. And you know, the thing is, people talk crap about high ticket all the time. Do you know what I do? Nothing.
Be right back.
Nothing. Because I don't care. It's their experience. Let them. I'm not going to take away a woman's experience. If she came into high ticket and didn't like it, okay. Great. Now you know what you don't like. Now go talk about what you do and why you didn't like high ticket. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. because it's your experience, and I honor that. We need to stop taking away women's experiences and their power and dishonoring that and pretending like yours is the only one that matters.
What a fucking feminist, except she scams women pretty consistently. So, what an incredible feminist. She's so unbothered. Yeah, you can tell by how much of a big fucking smile's on her face, by how excited and chill she is about the situation. She's so unbothered. Jeez.
That's not okay.
Is it not?
And this is why many people leave, is because this is a mentality operating at corporate.
Oh, period. You tell her.
And it filters down into the leaders, and then it filters down into the field, and then everybody who steps away to do something different because they didn't like the way that things were handled in a corporate entity now get their personal character attacked.
Miss Minchin, the second half of A Little Princess. That movie is one of my favorite movies of all time.
People coming on and saying, hey, I don't like the way this comp plan is. I don't like the way this business structure is. Products are great. I don't agree with the policies. Get terminated or step away and leave. Well, she should have known better. She doesn't have any integrity.
Oh, she's so unbothered, isn't she? Look how unbothered she is. She's acting like being terminated or stepping away are the same thing. They're not.
Well, she needs to remember where she came from. She wouldn't even be where she's at if it wasn't for low ticket.
Do something weird. Do something weird.
Do you all know what you sound like? Cult members. That's what you sound like.
Girl, you sound like you. That's you. You sound like a cult leader, weirdo. You actively played a part in this until it didn't become like monetarily or well, you played a huge part in it until monetarily it stopped working for you. And then whatever. And then it's wrong. When you stop it, it's wrong. Come on, pot meat kettle. Exactly. Exactly.
Are you kidding? Wake up. Wake up. And I think that's one of the advantages that I had personally, is because I didn't stay in a network marketing box where it's just one big large echo chamber of every time somebody leaves, they just get their character disparaged, character torn down, character questioned, it's the person, it's the character, it ain't the company. Yeah, she wasn't even leading her team. Yep, she didn't even deserve that paycheck that she worked 6.5 years to build. Nope.
Look me in the fucking face and tell me you deserve that paycheck. You don't deserve a paycheck when you are deceiving people underneath you, making them think it's a good opportunity just so they will purchase and get more people to purchase so that you can make money. No. She's so close to getting it. Yeah, but she's intentionally not getting it on purpose.
She should give it all up to the company. She should roll up her team to the leader above her who's not even talked to her in like 4 years. Yeah, so that she can restructure all those people and help her rank up. I told them, you have to terminate me if you want my team. And so they finally did. And they'll roll up and that person will use them to rank advance. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe they'll do good by them. But those were my people. And I was getting like $150 of leadership. Is that really killing you that much? You really want it that bad? You really struggling that much that you want to take 6.5 years, $150 a month that I built? Okay. Okay. Like, whatever. Oh my goodness. But I have such a different opinion and different.
Right. It is amazing how unbothered she is. Oh my gosh.
Perspective, because I've not stayed inside of this bubble. I went out into the world And I talked about this even before I found High Ticket. I talked about getting out of your bubble. I talked about getting out into the world. I literally just done a voice drop to my team yet last night talking about getting out of our team bubble.
Bitter table of one. That's so funny, Scooter.
I did that because it's important. You need to have multiple perspectives, not just the one inside of your echo chamber. And so when I was building my network marketing business in low ticket, I was still out in the world, in the creative entrepreneurial space is what I like to call it, because those are where the visionaries are, the big thinkers are, the delusional money, the possibilities, the like people who really, the people, here's what I admire about the creative space that is different from network marketing. The creative space, they take something from their mind and their heart and they birth it. And they put it out there and they
No, they don't. They take shit from everyone else. They do not get create. This is not about creativity in MLM. When you become a coach and you make systems and all this, it's not creativity. It's taking everyone else's shit and repackaging it as your own.
they sell it with conviction. They don't have a product. They don't have a company comp plan, a company mission statement and story. They don't have years and years and years of like all this like value to back them up, and so that they can just plug in and just start selling and like it's already done for them there. And that's why I love network marketing, is because man, that's easy, right? You just plug into something that you like, start selling it. And you already have all this value stacked up behind the scenes of like, you get to just plug into. I love it. It's amazing. That's why I love the industry. But over here in the creative space, they take something, they take nothing, and they pull everything from inside of them and they birth it into a course, into mentorship, into a program, into whatever.
She's saying that because she's done that. She wants people to think that like she's that, but she's not that. None of them are that. What is that? That is a creative, a person who has creativity. By the way, she strictly uses AI for all of her fucking shit. We already went over this in the last video. So, F you, Kelsey, and your AI bullshit. Not creative. You are not creative, nor are you a creative. All right? It's so frustrating for me to listen to her talk like this.
And they put it out there and display it to the world bravely, boldly, unapologetically, and they say, you need to buy this because I have something important to tell you. I admire that. That's how I want to lead, from knowing my value. And without all this stuff, this is why a lot of people, whenever I came here and I didn't talk about the product, they're like, well, how are you selling this? Why are you not talking about the product? I can't do that. It's because they don't believe in their value. Their value has been attached to having to have a physical product. But because I've been in this world, I've been believing in myself, empowering myself, knowing my value, and having that instilled in me every single day while I'm in this world, knowing I'm meant for something bigger, knowing I'm meant for something more. I don't do that in network marketing trainings. They teach you DMOs and checklists and Messenger 30, Facebook groups. They give you a checklist and you're just supposed to complete it. Now, a lot of people in network marketing are catching on and starting to teach all this stuff, starting to teach activation, belief, conviction, energetic sales, emotional intelligence, self-awareness. But like this is
Neither emotional intelligence nor self-awareness is found in any of this.
stuff I've been working on for years. And
Oh my God, Kelsey is so ahead of the fucking game.
that's why I could see things in a different way.
Right.
So back to the creative space, one of the big things in the creative space that I've heard for years but didn't know how to do was you need a premium offer. The first thing that you should do when you start a business is have a premium offer. Have a premium offer. This is your solid offer. This is your big ticket offer. This is the offer that like this makes you money. This breaks chains. This is financial bondage release. This is generational cycles being broken. Premium offer. And then create lower priced offers underneath it that all lead to the premium. So I'm sitting here thinking, this is actually why I created a course before I found High Ticket. I created a course called So Branded. I sold it for $297 because that was my first step to getting to my higher ticket offer. I even at that point, was still trying to figure out how to create a high ticket offer, right? From me, from my own self. And so that was what I was really battling with and that's why I stepped away from social media and promoting and stuff for 3 months in 2023. I was really trying to get regrounded back into my faith, regrounded back into who I am as a person, regrounded back into my worth, my value, and because I was doing all this work over here, but then over here my paycheck was crumbling. And so my mind was fighting with like, you're valuable. You need to be paid your worth. You need to be paid more. You need to be making 50K months. And then over here, my paycheck's crumbling. My belief is diminishing. The sales model no longer feels aligned. What else do I have to say? Like, what else do you want me to do? Lie?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Okay, so I think we are hitting have a good mindset in this. I also think we hit sharing your why story. I think she's currently telling us her why story. She's so annoying. I know. Isn't it awful? So, share your why story is definitely one. And I think she's also tapping in on have a good mindset. At this point, talking about her mind. Let's see. Okay. Here we go. Building. She also said building my business. Hi, Armida. Yeah, I'll take a look. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know. She did. Oh, she did. You like my mom bingo? Thank you. I'm so glad. Okay, so she did talking about. Oh, she talks about building. Oh, well then. Ding, 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 bitches. Guess what? We have our first bingo. We do. Let's see. Oh, that was so annoying of me. I've been watching too much Amberlynn Reid. And not her. I've been watching too many people who watch her. Okay. Rainbow line. Give me my rainbow line back. I don't know if that'll work. We have our first bingo. We have says they own their own business. Humble brag, free space, shares their book/system, and you need to go live/post. So that's our first one. And it took us long enough to freaking get here. I feel like we can definitely get more because we are not even halfway through this. Bingo for the girl world. We do have our bingo. I think I need a little bingo jam. In fact, why don't the diaper division losers assemble? Why don't we go ahead and assemble and we'll do a little jam sesh real quick. All right. Losers, assemble.
Nobody that's going places in life, by the way, wants to be around some negative, dull, disillusioned, thumb-sucking, whiny, crybaby, diaper division loser. Nobody that's going places in life, by the way, wants to be around some negative, dull, disillusioned, thumb-sucking, whiny, crybaby, diaper division loser.
Period, Brandon. That's right. All 1524 Scooter, thank you so much for this super sticker. Why not offer an actual service product? That's a really good question because they're too lazy. They don't want to do that. They just want to make money without doing much at all. They also know that they don't really actually have a proper service or product to use. DDLs into that. Assemble. All right. So we have our first bingo of the night. Yay.
And say it's great. It wasn't to me anymore. And it doesn't matter that I had built and been to the top of it. It doesn't matter that I had been paid by it. I made more money in my first year here than I made in multiple years combined there. So the whole pay, like, that doesn't even matter. Like, it does not matter. I'm allowed to I'm allowed to outgrow something. And I'm allowed to talk about outgrowing it. And I'm allowed to go into this space, have a premium offer, understand now with that
Girl, we aren't your therapist. Go find one.
lived in, embodied experience that, whoa, I was playing so small before. Wow, I need to tell women this. I need to tell women who feel like they're playing small and who feel like they're not getting paid their worth, who feel like they're stuck in a business model that is capped, that is ceiling, that they literally have outgrown. I need to tell them about this because I found it. I found a premium offer that I didn't have to create. It's already done. It's the only one in network marketing. I found it. I need to tell them.
We've got a Melissa Collins. It's the only one. No Kelsey Lane Little. It's not. And that's actually embarrassing for you to say.
And then she's manipulating people. She's disparaging the company. She's blah, 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 blah. Oh, just because you stay on low ticket doesn't mean that you have a small mindset. How would you know?
Oh, she said, here, let me piss off everyone in low ticket sales really quick.
Have you done this work over here? How would you know that you're not stuck in your own mind cage?
Mind
How?
cage. Mind cage.
How do you know? Tell me. I'm waiting. How do you know? If you've not done what I've done, if you've not invested in yourself, been in this world, have a premium offer, how would you know? How would you know what you're missing? How would you know where you're stuck at? You don't. So then it just comes opinions, which is great. Everybody's got their opinions. Opinions are like, everyone has one, right?
Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one.
And so I ain't mad about it, but I'm also not going to let it keep me quiet.
I'm not mad about it. I'm just going to yell about it for 40 minutes. Personal development? Are we hitting a personal development? Is that what I'm hearing?
And this is what I've been sitting with for a couple of days of like, should I say something? Should I not say something? Should I let it go? I've let a lot of things go. I've let a lot of things go unsaid, brushed under the rug, made me feel disempowered, attacked personally, not my company. People can attack my company all they want. That's not a personal attack on me. But when people start trying to attack, and I'll tell you this one thing. I'll tell you this one thing here, actually. This was a breakthrough moment for me actually it was last night. A month or so ago, and that's how long it took this breakthrough to happen for a bit, right? It didn't happen immediately, but a month or so ago, I can't remember, I was talking to Matt and I said, you know, one of the reasons why I think that I got a little bit quiet, one of the reasons why I got real quiet about what I was doing and got stuck in that kind of comfort was I was making a lot of money. So I didn't need to like really do anything, right? I'm good. Like money's just a piece of paper to me. I just want my farm and a compound and my family happy and to play music and to sing in church. Like I don't need millions of dollars. I just want to help my family have the life that I know that they deserve, and money to not ever be the thing that keeps them trapped and living a half-shell life. Money's the tool.
I cannot believe she pretty much just said if you don't have enough money, then you're living a half-shelf life or half-shell life or whatever she said. Are you serious? You think that money is going to make you live a full life? Now, obviously, there are positives to having more money. But in this economy, most people don't. And they can still live a full and happy life. It's wild that she thinks money is it. Like, that is what's going to make everybody happy and comfortable. And while it does do some of those things, it should not be the thing.
But I told him, I said, I think one of the big reasons why I kind of settled down a little bit, there was lots of different reasons. I feel like I lost myself a little bit and trying to, now that I'd had all this success, I had like big people in the company watching me, and I think I got a little intimidated, like, oh, I need to not show up as the Kelsey, and I need to actually like be polished, and I need to be also trying to use ChatGPT to do stuff really made me lose my voice. And I felt like if it didn't look this way, it wasn't good enough. And that's a lot of stuff I'm dismantling in the Foundry and getting rid of. One of the first things I said in the Foundry is stop using ChatGPT.
So you admit you used it. That was like your thing. You use ChatGPT. We know you use AI. I don't know if you've seen her images.
You can use it for ideas and inspiration and stuff, but you really need to come, like, I can't write my mastermind training from ChatGPT. It needs to be out of my embodied, lived experience and the stories that only I can bring into it. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow for my team, and it's going to be so powerful. Oh my goodness. We may actually go over 2 hours. I don't know. I've like jam-packed it. But anyways, I said, I think it's because I have this fear that people will question my integrity. And I'm somebody who literally has built their entire brand, and not just their brand, my life. I live what I am online. My life. In my life, I can say I am the most honest person that I know. Like, truth is my pillar. Integrity is my pillar. It's why I've walked away from so many things, is because I've seen a lack of integrity. And so I told.
What do you say to that as like me? Other than like laughing in her face, like, you are a boss babe, MLM, and you're in one of the businesses with the least integrity in the world. Less integrity than oh shit. Gambling. Main character syndrome. Truthful people don't have to say they're truthful. Ooh, yeah, period. Like, y'all are funny. I wish I could high five you all. You're entertaining the hell out of me. Isn't the chat so sick? Y'all are awesome. I'm seeing a lack of integrity. Liars can say whatever they want. It's still a lie. True.
I said, I feel like because people are misunderstanding, some people, not everybody, obviously I made a crap ton of money, so like people who got it, but there's these people that I used to respect.
What was that?
I've walked away from so many things, is because I've seen a lack of integrity. And so I told him, I said, I feel like because people are misunderstanding, some people, not everybody, obviously I made a crap ton of money, so like people who got it, but there's these people that I used to respect who are misunderstanding what I'm doing because they don't have my perspective. They haven't been in my world. They haven't felt the pain. They haven't seen the vision. And you guys, you got to be okay with being misunderstood. This is a big lesson. You got to be okay with that. But because I was being misunderstood and my character attacked, I feel like it made me get a little bit quiet, because I stand on being integrous. I stand on being truthful. I stand on being honest.
What was that? Wait, what was that? Give me a second.
Money, so like people who got it, but there's these people that I used to respect who are misunderstanding what I'm doing because they don't have my perspective. They haven't been in my world. They haven't felt the pain. They haven't seen the vision. And you guys, you got to be okay with being misunderstood. This is a big lesson. You got to be okay with that. But because I was being misunderstood and my character attacked, I feel like it made me get a little bit quiet, because I stand on being integrous. I stand on being truthful. I stand on
Integrous or integrous? Because integrous with an I does have a meaning, but integrous is a rare adjective, meaning having or characterized by integrity or being mostly upright. It's rarely used in modern English, and most people would say someone has integrity instead of saying they're integrous. For example, you would say that man is a person of integrity rather than that man is integrous. So Google's saying, what the fuck? That's not, no.
being honest. And I have people that's like attacking that. And I feel like part of why I've gone soft and quieter is because I didn't want that to be attacked. But what's so funny is God shows himself in so many ways, that when I got terminated a few days ago and I made a post simply saying, hey, company I used to work for 8 years just axed me, which is the truth. I'm looking for a new makeup line. I'm not going to support somebody like this. Throw me your options. And then someone on my team who also got terminated went live and shared her experience and even said, I take responsibility for this. I take accountability for this. This is the post that they didn't like. Here's what I said. That was probably the reason I got terminated. Like, full transparency. And then had people who are the face of that company start talking about what true leadership is and how we were out of integrity, but this one person over here who also is on our high ticket team, that's the way you should do it. But you want to know why? They still need her. She's still doing stuff for the company. So why would they attack her? If she opened her mouth and said anything, immediately character attack. That's what I realized. But the other thing too, and I actually didn't say that, my husband said that. He said, well, they're not saying anything because they still need her. That's a really hard pill to swallow because I felt like that's how I got done, is people needed me. So they appeased me, they like, oh yeah. But as soon as I made a bold decision for myself, immediately, she's out of integrity. She's manipulating people. People that I like stayed in their house with for a week. People who I went and drove to their palooza instead of the palooza that was closest to me because they were my friends.
Yeah, one of the worst things you can call a boss babe is like a liar or someone with a lack of integrity, or pretty much like allude to the fact that they don't have integrity. And that's what happened to her. And she is pissed.
Like people that we hung out with, talked to, our husbands met, immediately turned me into compliance, no conversation, no nothing, chats blowing up about how awful of a person I am. And so what I realized though is that got said, that I didn't have integrity, and it literally wasn't the end of the world. It wasn't the end of the world. I'm still alive. I made it. I'm still alive today. And so it made me realize that this fear that I had comes from an opinion that I don't even respect. Comes from someone that doesn't even know. Like, it's not even in my world. It's not even in my perspective. It's not even somebody that I would want to trade places with. It's somebody that
Right. Aaron said, girl, newsflash. They were having group chats about how terrible you were before this happened. Ma'am, this is a Dairy Queen.
would not want their life. I would not want their paycheck.
Oh, period.
I wouldn't want it.
I'm sorry, that was fucking funny. Wait, watch that. That's so good. If you're not watching, you should watch.
Like, it's not even in my world. It's not even in my perspective. It's not even somebody that I would want to trade places with. It's somebody that I would not want their life. I would not want their paycheck.
Watch.
Yeah. I wouldn't want it.
Period.
And so it's like that realization, that breakthrough moment for me.
I love MLM on MLM Boss Babe hate. I love Boss Babe on Boss Babe crime. It's my favorite.
Last night was like, I gotta stop playing it safe. I've got to stop playing it safe. I've got to share my story, share my perspective, share what I've been through, share. I've got to share. Because when I don't, other women get disempowered. When I don't share, other women feel unheard. When I don't share, they think they're crazy. And that's...
You know what's crazy is that she thinks she's this important. Wink, wink. Goopy. Hey, Goopy. It's so petty and aggressive. I love it. Yes, it is, and I love it. Her winks are scary. Oh my god. Yeah, it's hilarious how important she thinks she is for women, when in reality, it's the opposite, truly. She's horrible.
Literally what the girl who made the did the live, full transparency, and then had also walked across the stage as number one in the company. She walked off that stage as number one and immediately was like, what's wrong with me? Why do I feel this way? Why do I feel like I didn't just reach my highlight reel? I didn't just, why do I feel like broken?
Because deep down, she knows. She's probably trying to talk herself out of the fact that she's a huge scammer. She's probably been able to do that for years, but she knows.
When I just walked across the stage as number one. And the thing is, people who want to yap their opinion have no idea what this feels like. They're not speaking from
Female Jesus, Feezus, she died for our sins, y'all. David. That's ridiculously funny. That's amazing.
an embodied place. They're speaking an opinion with no perspective. And that's how you have to pay attention to who you follow and who you listen to and who you take leadership advice from. Because people will yap, but who is actually living in that embodied experience? Who is actually doing the work? Who is actually investing in themselves, doing the scary things, and then getting all the perspective of all of it to then give you advice and guidance in a way that calls you up, not in a way that scares you and has you in fear. She said, I don't know what's wrong with me.
Girl thought she ate. Did you see that? She thought she ate.
But me walking across the stage is number
Fluent in
one
Japanese.
as well. And knowing exactly how she felt. Could speak to it. I could speak to it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why she's here with me. Is because I didn't just pitch her a new business. A new ground floor opportunity, EU certified. We got front row seats to the CEO. Let me get you on a call. Oh, we've got the most amazing compensation plan. Like, ha ha ha. It's because I knew how she felt, and I communicated that she wasn't broken. She wasn't wrong. She had outgrown
I need her to say you're here for a reason.
what she had built. And that right there, feeling that, knowing that, and deciding to walk away from it, that is integrity. That is the most integrous person. Not somebody who sits at the top,
Integrous.
cries about their paycheck.
She's going to bring back that word. She's going to bring back integrous, and then Google's going to change it to, actually, Kelsey Lane Little is the only one that says it in the world, so... Dumb.
And then wants to just attack everybody's character, whoever decides something different. You know, I actually got told that I shouldn't do high ticket.
Toad. Sorry.
Because somebody that
An
they
asshole.
knew 10 years ago failed at some high ticket thing. I actually got told that by somebody I deeply respected,
Pausing for
who
claps.
was the top of the leaders.
That's funny.
I shouldn't do high ticket. I need to be careful.
Feel so
Because somebody
motivated.
else tried one of those things and failed at it. You know how disempowering that was for me? To hear
Yeah.
such, voice was shaking.
She is religious.
To hear such scarcity
Oh!
and fear being projected onto me. Somebody who had just created systems for an entire company, who was number one, who... So if that is being done to me and I'm made to feel like that, I can only even begin
Right.
to understand how people who haven't had that big epitome of success feel when people project their fear onto them. And what's really important is that they probably don't even know it. But I knew it. I knew what I was capable of. I knew my value. I knew my worth. I knew I was meant for something bigger. And that actually fueled me to go do it anyways. And I did. And I changed my life. I just closed on a 104-acre farm a few months ago for my family.
Congrats.
Something I never would have done had I stayed and built in that company. You know, that's the hard part about this.
Is it?
Is it's really hard for me to not want to blast these people.
Girl, blast. I mean, you're just too cowardly to say their name. Like, people who know. Like, people in Lime Life know exactly who you're talking about. Okay? They know. You're saying this person. Yes, that person. But you're not saying their name. And it's just because you're a coward.
Absolutely blast them. It is so hard. But I know that comes to no end. That just, it does nothing. And another thing that I know is that eventually they're going to wake up and they're going to see it. What I seen years ago. They're going to see it. And I have to hold grace for that. I have to hold grace for people trying to attack me who can't see what I see yet. I have to. Because otherwise, it'll take me into a spiral of just an internet war. And I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want to make someone feel attacked, belittled, their character. I don't want that. Now, this live, they may probably feel that, which I don't know. I got them blocked, all of them. So I don't know if they'll see it or not.
Oh, they'll see it. They'll see it.
It's just like, I don't want it, but I do feel like I need to say something.
She has
I need to say something for me, for my people who just got terminated, that just got everything that they built ripped out. And the funny thing is like, we were just, the money I was earning was from my customers. Like I said, $150 for leadership, customers. I had brought 2,000 people, customers, to that company. And now it's just all taken and, I don't know, probably dispersed out.
Girl, that's what MLM is, though. I thought you were so smart. So I thought you're so smart, so good at business, so aware, blah, blah, blah. Obviously not.
Or the corporate's getting it. I don't know. But it's like, and at the end of the day, that doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. It was like $900 a month. The money doesn't even matter to me. I don't care. It was the principle of, these are my people. They trusted me. And many of them are now in my inbox saying, where are we going next? Because it's not just about the company. It's about the person.
Is this a Sermon on the Mount? Yeah, the Mount of Dookie. That one hit. Just fucking kidding.
Who they trusted to buy from. And so that's why I'm trying. That's why I even have people questioning like why I made that, wanting to look for more makeup and skincare. They're like, I've seen 6 people with the same pup. I was like, well, man, that stinks. I guess a lot of people got terminated. More people than I know got terminated, I guess. I don't know. But it's like, and then me calling out the like gross behavior of people just pitching me when all I asked for was makeup and skincare as a customer. And they're throwing their incredible business opportunities. Like, I'm good, y'all. I got a business. That's why I got terminated. It's because they didn't like I was talking about my business. And so I called, and then people even upset that like, well, are you sure that they're actually pitching you? Well, so what you're saying is like, you want people to go back and forth in the DMs with you, so then you could just say that you're actually not looking for makeup and skincare. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's wild. It's like, I feel like network marketing right now is the wild, wild west. And because all these MLMs are crumbling, people are struggling so hard financially that they're in panic mode.
Yeah, they are.
So anyways,
Daft Optimism, thank you so much for this super chat. So y'all sending super chats is so wonderful and crazy to me. Thank you so much. So generous. Do we get free loaves and fish with this sermon? That's a good question. I would love that. But if it's gonna happen, it's not coming from me. It would have to be on Kelsey. And God knows she'd never spend money on us.
in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, how can I teach these people how to do better? How can I hold grace for these people? And how can I continue using my voice, fighting for my vision, even being misunderstood? That's it. That's my priority. That's what I'm doing. I ain't worried about these little games by people. Grace, voice and vision.
Y'all, she said this was like a mastermind or whatever, getting ready or something for Monday masterminding. Now, what the fuck are you talking about masterminding, girl? Why aren't all the rest of the boxes building? That's masterminding. Whack. Oh, I'm hungry. Hurry.
Helping people learn
Sorry, I sound like a child. I'm hungry, Kelsey. Can you talk faster and actually give us more bingos?
how to sell better.
Oh, hey,
Be authentic.
be authentic. So mean.
So yeah.
Mastermind on how to be bitter.
You know,
Yeah.
I love network marketing.
Oh,
I
do you?
really don't know if I could ever leave it. If something happened to me in the company I'm in right now, I would. I can't do another. I can't do another what I did. I can't. I have to have a premium offer. I know my value. I know my worth. I know. When I can sell to one person and make $7,000. Like, why would I ever go back? Really?
And how often does that happen? God, you talk a big game, but you don't make much sense when you do.
Why would I ever? Right? I can't. I can't. And then seeing all the like vulture culture of the last few days makes me not want to even more. Like, this was part of what I was feeling and seeing. Part of it was all of that. And I get now why people don't like MLMs and why people make posts saying no MLMs. I get it now. I see it now. I have that perspective because I was on the other side of it, asking as a customer and got bombarded. I get it now. And I get why people don't want MLMs. I get why people think that they're a cult-like mentality. I get it. I get it.
And yet you're still doing it. Come on. No, you don't. You don't care. You get it? Okay, let's say you get it. You don't care, though, because it makes you money.
I see it. I get it. So it's my job to take an industry that I love so much and help it be better. That's the mission. And help people rise and make more money who wants to make more money and learn how to sell authentic and be a part of a movement. That's what we're doing in the Foundry. And to help those who want to be better and do better to do that. That's what the Foundry's mission is: getting back to our authentic selves, selling honestly, being a genuine person, offering something that we're convicted in, knowing how to get convicted in it, knowing, like, one of the first things that I walk my team through is the Activate framework, ACT. And this is actually what I'm going to be probably presenting on the mastermind that I'm supposed to be at in about an hour and a half. I'm supposed to do a 6-minute presentation in front of a group of strangers that I've never met before on something that's helped me in my business. So Matt and I sat outside for like 2 hours last night, just masterminding, brainstorming. I got notes. And I took all those notes because I wanted to do a couple things. First of all, those notes are going to be what I actually use for my Sell Honestly mastermind that I'm doing with my team tomorrow. That's for my team only. It's going to be so powerful. We're going to talk about offline sales too, so it's so powerful. But for the mastermind today, where I'm coming into somebody else's coaching container, because I'm always getting myself in different rooms. I'm not staying in my own bubble. I'm getting myself into different rooms, into different spaces, into different places, learning from different people, especially outside of network marketing. And that's why I can bring something different to network marketing, is because I'm not inside the network marketing bubble. So today I'm going into a group of people that I don't know. I'm going to present something that's helped. And I was sitting there last night thinking like, oh my goodness, I don't know. What do I talk about? I have no idea. Like, I'm stressed. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to talk about. There's so much in my head. Like, what value could I bring these people who are not in network marketing?
Zero.
So then I start questioning. But then I was like, you know what? Let's go mastermind. Let's talk this out. And that's how the whole brain, that reel that I did. Oh my gosh, if you haven't watched it, you gotta go watch it. So I think it's hilarious. I don't know why it's not viral yet, but anyway.
It's not funny.
I watched it like 15 times afterwards too. And we were just dying laughing. But I took that whole big giant transcript and I plugged it into ChatGPT because I wanted to see if ChatGPT could condense it down into some bullet points to make it a 6-minute presentation versus a 2-hour one. And so I start reading it off. And because I gave it this big long transcript of my own voice and what actually I pulled out of my mind, it connected, right? Now I still feel like it didn't have the advantage of bringing in the storylines and the different things. And so that's why I say you really got to write it from you, because you get to bring in the stories, you get to bring in the connections, you get to bring in the experience and the perspective. ChatGPT doesn't have that, it's a robot. But anyways, so I start reading basically like the overviewing summary to Matthew. And by the end of it, and I did it kind of funny. I was like, in order to build emotional connection, like it's like I should actually do my presentation like that. It'd be hilarious, but I'll chicken out. I won't do it. But I read it to him and I said, this sounds so basic. This sounds so basic. And he's like, did it to me. It just sounded really good. And what I realized is that what seems so basic to you is because you're really good at it.
Oh, God forbid.
And that's actually
Hold on. Okay.
what gives people breakthroughs. It's actually what people need to hear. It's actually what sets you apart. It's because you're so embodied in it that it feels so basic. But it's because that's your zone of genius. You're good at doing it, thinking it, embodying it, living it. And for me, that's authentic sales, emotional connections, self-awareness, how to create.
I did edit the bingo card one that I thought I had to include it. It says gets head stuck up own ass. I am now marking it off, and that means we have another bingo. I mean, could you blame me for adding that in there? Bingo number 2, y'all. Here we are. Well deserved, since we've listened to this bullshit the whole time. So in place of you are here for a reason, I have now put gets head stuck up own ass. All right? I thought that one fit better. And there we are. Bingo number 2.
Emotional connections with people through a screen, all that stuff. So that's was like a whoa, okay. So okay. I can anchor in that. Like, I mean, I feel like it's too basic and too easy and my content's gonna be like surface level, but why don't I try it?
Her head really is stuck the fuck up there, isn't it? That is wild to hear her say.
Why don't I see if people get something from it? Why don't I see? And maybe I'm not meant to have this like transcendent moment that I feel is transcendent, but maybe it's transcendent to them. And maybe that's how I help them rise. And as they rise, I continue learning, and then they rise, and I continue learning, and they rise. And what feels basic to me, because I've learned it and embodied it, is actually what they need to hear to help them rise. I don't need to give them this strategy, this thing over here, this. I just need to teach what I do so well.
Literally, I hate her. I'm gonna make y'all relive that with me.
it and embody it is actually what they need to hear to help them rise. I don't need to give them this strategy, this thing over here, this. I just need to teach what I do so well.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Anyways, I gotta get ready. I got 30 minutes to our team's hot seat coaching. I'm going on there. I'm gonna be hot seat coaching for an hour. I gotta go send out an email, make sure everybody has a link.
It's not over, trust me.
And then I got a 3-hour mastermind from 2 to 5 today.
Are you learning something or what?
Oh, but what I was going to say though, one last thing before I leave off here is
One last thing before I leave off here. Still has 20 minutes. A member earlier said you need to put something on there where they're like, before I need to get off, and then stays on for whatever.
the thing I think I'm going to talk about on my mastermind, because the Sell Honestly for my team is all around authentic sales and selling honestly, like literally what it's called. Like, that's great. And I did a lot of masterminding for that. But I think actually what I'm going to talk about on my mastermind today is the ACT framework. It's the framework that when people come in, they activate themselves in the business, because it doesn't matter what strategy, what 57,000 page blueprint, whatever, like you give somebody, if they're not activated in what they're doing, they don't do it. They don't want to do it. They don't see the purpose in it. And there's a lot of deprogramming around that as well. People who come from 9 to 5s and even the low ticket space, you have to do some deprogramming. And that's what I'm going to be talking about in my Sell Honestly thing tomorrow for my team. But like how to do that and why that's there. But for today, I think I'm going to teach people the very simple thing that I installed, that when people go through this, a lot of times they get very emotional. They'll even start crying, responding. It's a place to get to practice their voice as well. So I think I'm going to talk about that. The Activate framework. It's how, there's certain prompts, and A is anchor and belief. So there's some questions that I give them that helps them be able to do that. C, connect to your story. There's some questions that I give them to help them be able to do that. And then T, translate it into messaging. So how do we create messages, content, which content and messaging are different, but the familiar way to say it is like, how do I translate it into a piece of content? To then take your voice and get it out there in front of eyeballs, right? And I give them some prompts on how to do that. And it's just been this catalyst of people using their voice and getting back to them. Like, I have people like will create their first post around that and they'll be like, oh my goodness, that felt so good. I feel like I'm getting back to myself. This is my authentic self. This is me. And it was so easy for me to put together that I felt like, oh, this is just a framework, like bleh, framework, bleh, right? But now through all of this, I realize what is like important and easy for me actually creates breakthroughs for other people. And so I think I'm going to talk about that, because everybody in the coaching space, whether you're in network marketing or not, has people that they are coaching, and you want them to stay grounded and activated in what they're there to learn and what you're there to coach them and give them, because that's going to...
Right, Jasmine. I don't think you should need a 3-hour course to be authentic. 3 hours. What is that from? Oh, Legally Blonde, where Ella's like, hey Warner, remember when we spent those 3 amazing hours in the hot tub after blah 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 blah? She's like, this is so much better than that. And then Vivian's like, 3 hours. I love it.
really be a huge indicator of their success is if they're anchored in what they're doing or not. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. But anyways, all right, I gotta go finish getting ready. Oh, let me read the comments real quick.
Girls on here for another 17 minutes.
Yes, David. So actually, that's another thing is Mr. Oshiro and his story. I don't think we talk about it enough. So in our Facebook event, the Liquid Gold Games, that's happening on Friday. It's a free event. If you guys want in, just comment Liquid Gold down below and I'll get you an invite over into the group. But I'm actually going to be sharing the company.
It was 4 hours, Claire. You're so right. Oh, I'm so devastated.
Story, the philanthropy, the mission, because it's not just about products and a comp plan and building a brand and a voice. Like, there's so much to it. It's the mission of the company, and he is a true embodiment of what it means to like really live what you preach. Because a lot of people are out here preaching health, but they're not even taking the supplements or drinking the water or eating healthier. They're getting takeout every day. Like, they're not actually living in the authentic thing that they're preaching. That's another thing I'm going to be talking about in Sell Honestly tomorrow. Because Matt actually brought it up, and it's so true. But he'll come out on stage and he'll always have his water bottle everywhere he goes. And he says, drink your Kangen water. And he's always like talking about how the water is so important, how it helps him look so youthful. And he's in his 80s and he literally looks like he's in his 60s.
Yeah, water's helpful in a lot of ways. Water is just really good for you in general. I need my teeth look yellow because I keep drinking Diet Coke. In real life, they don't look like yellow, but they do on here. Sorry. It's freaking me out. I'm weird about my teeth. Anywho, yeah, water's good for you. Doesn't have to be Kangen, Jesus.
At least. And so he's a great example of someone being embodied in what they're preaching. And I love that because we have the person, the CEO, like literally being that, right? That's great. And that's why knowing that company story and his philanthropy, him saving a children's school, having 2 golf courses, like why they grow the turmeric in Okinawa, like it's important. It's really important. So anyways.
I'm sorry, Aaron. We're almost done.
I know I do try to ask myself, what would Jesus do? And sometimes I don't know.
Yeah, why
sometimes I don't know. But
I know.
I think if I
talked to him on that phone.
Stick to my story, my truth, doesn't mean it's everybody's truth. It's my truth. And it's like when people say true leadership, that's only based upon their experience. That might not be true for you. So that I wouldn't even use that. And I actually did a video on this a few days ago. Authentic leadership. And I am somebody who embodies authentic leadership.
Really?
I know that. And I think that's just the difference, you know? And what I have to really root myself in is that people are going to sling mud, but what does it matter? Like, just give me more content ideas. Thank you. More things to talk about.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Girl, you better give us one more bingo. Oh my God. She's so miserable.
I'll go back through and read the comments and stuff. Yeah. Sometimes I just have to block people, you know? And I will say this, sometimes companies will change a comp plan for the betterment of the field. But what ends up happening is that the leaders who poured so much energy in get their paychecks cut and they get emotionally disconnected from the company. So they're no longer pushing it, have the belief, because they're no longer getting paid for what they did already, let alone having to...
What's a bingo? Oh, you can do personal development? That's what I wanted. I just wanted one more. And here we are. We've got it, y'all. Need to do personal development. Thank you so much for catching that. I think I'm starting to want to slam my head against a rock. But we got a third bingo. Ow. I just hit my elbow on my bookshelf. Not very hard. It just kind of scared me a little bit, to be honest. But God, don't you just feel so much better now? I just needed a triple bingo to feel better.
Make up for what they just got cut, right? And so it actually creates this tension because they're like, well, I love the products and I believe in this and I want the field to get paid more, but like, man, I just got, right? And then the leaders are actually the ones who are pushing the company and training the field. So when you have leaders walk away, you're actually damaging the company, because I know everybody, and listen, I thought the same thing. I was totally on board with comp plan changes. Well, I don't know what they did for the last two. I didn't like the enroller bonuses being taken away and the certified mentorship bonus taken away. I didn't like that. I thought that wasn't right, but they said that they needed that money to be able to do these things, and I was the number one enroller in the company. So I was like, okay, well, if it'll help the field, if it'll be for the benefit of most people, I'll sacrifice my paycheck. I'll do that. And what ended up happening is lots of people left, and the leaders that were still there were left to hold it all, the weight of it all. And one by one, it turned into something that was different than what it started out to be. And I think that that's why companies, they're forced to do this a lot of times to change the comp plan, but I think that that's why it ends up making them crumble, is because they have this good intention, but it's like if a leader is getting paid a crap ton of money, one, they're going to be pouring into their team on a constant, which is raising the field up. But the other thing too is the field has something to try to achieve. Because if I'm sitting here looking at it this way, okay, girl that joined my team walked across the stage as #1 in the entire company, and her paycheck was 13 grand. That was the highest paycheck that she had ever made in that company. That's what top of the company gets you?
Oh.
And I know, listen, I know. You could hang in there for 10 more years, build big, and build up your paycheck and blah, blah, blah. But man, when I first came in, the top people were making like $150,000 a month, $80,000 a month. A couple of my uplines up was making $50,000, $60,000 a month. And then they changed the comp plan, and the ranks that I wanted to achieve, the vision I had, then shrunk down from 60 grand to 20 to 30. So I'm like, okay. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's almost like reverse. Like, I want to be in a place where the top people are making millions of dollars a month.
What? Good luck. Where?
And it didn't take them 20 years, like.
No. That's not happening. That's not happening.
I think for me, millions of dollars a month is like, that's a great, yeah. Could I work myself to the bones to get there? Probably, but I'm not going to. I want to make 6 figures. 6 figures a month, I'm good. Like, I'll go take that and I'll invest it into crypto, and that'll be what makes my millions passively. So
right.
I want to take all the cash I can make and invest it into other things that are going to grow my money rapidly. That's the smart play. Not making money outspending your,
Why do you need 6 figures a month to, like, it's so interesting watching people chase something like that. It seems like she will not be happy until she gets that. You know what I mean? Like, that's a pretty unhealthy mindset, if you ask me.
money, like if you're making 50 grand a month, not living a lifestyle that requires 50 grand a month. Keep your lifestyle, at a certain point, and then invest the rest into other things. That's the smart play. But I get it. I totally understand what they're trying to do. but I think it ends up backfiring. And this is what we've seen over the last year, is multiple MLMs shutting down. So it just is, it is what it is. I don't have the answer for that, honestly. I don't have the answer for it. And I stopped making it. Here was the big important thing. I stopped making it my job to fix. And I went and I did something that I didn't need to fix. I just needed to plug into with full faith, belief, and conviction, and it was going to pay me a lot of money. Because I tried fixing it. I tried bringing ideas to the table. I tried, I asked the CEOs to install a text platform program, because I knew the CEO of the text platform program, and I wanted them to meet. I tried to set up a meeting. Just not interested. And
that pause made my bones hurt. You know what? There's only a few minutes left. I'm so fucking done. Congratulations, everybody. We got 3 bingos over 2 hours. I think my mind has fucking melted from listening to her talk. God, she's horrible. So I did update the thumbnail just a little bit. I changed, just added a couple things. And also fix the title. I think it works well. So don't forget, before we leave, hit that like button. And once we get off, if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. That'd be awesome. And leave a comment below. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. God, that was thank you for being here with me. Anyway, bye everybody. Have a nice night. See you later. Bye.